Hello again, welcome to GMT Driving School, and in this week's, probably going to be a weekly thing, but in this week's let's look at a couple of more common mistakes. This one's interesting. So we do an absolutely wonderful MSM routine for the white car coming up, but the classic happened. We move over for this car and the sat-nav's telling us we need to come off at the next exit. So at this point we start moving back over to the left, which is incredibly close to that white car. On the video it looks further away than what it is, but it was really very close. Alright, so navigation comes after safety. And just round the corner, same drive, straight line in this roundabout because it doesn't have white marks. You've all done it. Look at the white car behind you, has to slow down for that. Straight line in that roundabout. So remember, stay on the left if you're in the left lane. And that's what caused this vehicle to the right to slow down a bit. So be careful of that. And this one's going a little bit too fast into a right turn. So if you watch this left side, we're nearly going to hit this fence. Have to stop quite suddenly. That was third gear, clutch up. So it was really quite fast. And probably not paying attention to the size of that entrance there. Another classic. So we're turning right with a set of traffic lights. I've got a separate video on this, it's so common. So at the green light, remember, we should proceed, not because we can turn right, but so we proceed past the stop line and then turn right. So you break it into two parts, don't you? So green light comes on, we should proceed forward, but I have to get involved and ask the student to move ahead. That's why it's taking a while. So we move ahead, and if we need to, we stop opposite our turn, or if it's clear like it is now, we can just go. Right, here's another one where, reasonably common in this area. It's an unmarked with no sign. It's in a really big roundabout as well, but it's right lane for straight ahead. You can get away with that. See, on your driving test, I've had that before where someone's accidentally taking the right lane like this to go straight ahead. If you're checking your middle and left mirror now and putting the left signal on, you'll be fine. If you don't check your mirrors and come across, well, you've done something unusual and unsafe. This is one a bit like last week's video where you could be sitting looking at that car in front, but look ahead where the bus is, see what you see. Keep looking up towards the bus instead of the car in front. Here it comes, blue lights. So if you do get bogged down with your vision to the vehicle in front, it either means you're too close to them or you haven't learned to kind of cycle your vision a little bit. So if you look ahead, you can get little clues like that really early. So you see all the blue lights and there's the big thumbs up from the copper man because we did a good job. And that's all from good observation. Here's I guess it's a common one in this area. That sign says there's no right-hand exit. So on your intermediate training, you'll learn that it's the right lane for ahead if there's no right-hand exit, left lane for left, right lane for ahead. But because it's not marked at all on the road, I do believe I've had the experience of people like still passing on the driving test because they're not told that. So just be aware, no right-hand exit, and there's two lanes, it'll be the right lane for ahead. This one was an observational fault. It's not really common, but we're going far too fast. It's 23 miles an hour, and there's a full emergency stop with the car to the right doing a stop as well. So the speed on approach to a mini roundabout, which was, it had cars on it, was just far too fast. It was double speed, and according to the student, they didn't really see that there was a roundabout there. So again, it would be an observational fault, not looking around enough and maybe concentrating too far ahead. This one was just an interesting one. Again, not common. I've never seen this before, so it's definitely not common, but quite a natural reaction. So the Mini is now along next to us, and this bloody car behind's been on our arse for ages, and they've just moved away for the police car. Well, the first reaction by the student was to swerve left and slow it down. So we're doing 70, doing a good job, and as soon as that car behind moved out the way, it revealed the blue lights, and the student instantly started to slow down and then steer left, but that Mini was in my way. So if you watch that again, you'll see like my reaction to put the car back and ask her to speed up. This one causes quite a few faults as well. I've got another video coming up soon on traffic lights, but at the minute we've got the left filter light on. You can see kind of in the close-up, and what people tend to do is they see that left green arrow and think, brilliant, I'm being told to go. Then it goes out, and then that worries the student. It's replaced with a full green, and a full green means you may go in all directions. So this next one, it's a bit longer, this one, because what I tend to do is by the time the student gets into quite a high level, I start testing their ability to look at road signs and markings, and that tends to nearly always go wrong on structures like this, where we've got two signs. They've already know that it's say A1 northbound or 1068 or wherever we're going, so you've got to be able to look at the signs, and I know that's hard. So keep looking around a bit and you'll get the information. Then we get the second sign, so we've been asked to go to 1068. So we're looking for that sign. It is over to the right, so we do our MSM routine. So we've done that there. And there's another sign, it tells us it's Cramlington 1068. So far, the student has done really well with looking at the signs and markings and then getting into position. So far so good on this one. And your common faults coming up. We've been told that this has got traffic lights, which it has, so it's not really roundabout rules here, it's traffic light rules. So often people come to that stop line and start staring right and they miss the traffic lights. So it's a red light currently, and yeah, the student will be looking right, and then it will take me to say, oh look, by the way, it's green, you can go. Then the next common error comes is a spiral roundabout. So look down, 1068 in services, so we're in the correct lane for that. And then again, we've got that extra time because of the red light. So we should be scanning for road markings now to keep us right. So at this point, you get your new information and you can see how the student's kind of darting across the road there. You just want to take your time, check the road markings out first, and then check your mirrors and go into that lane. But do it at the speed that you feel comfortable with. Don't try and rush things because you will miss it. And I do believe the next error, oh there it is, trying to change lanes on a spiral. So we're being fed off to come off on that left side and the students attempt to change lanes over the white markings. Remember, that's super dangerous. This next one's a right turn. So this one was signal first and you see the car behind going for the overtake. My students whacked a signal and then they put the brakes on hard and then they've dove back in. That's why it's MSM, not SMS or anything like that. It's mirrors first. Is it safe? Yes. Signal goes on, then do your maneuver. Not, oh, please turn right, whack the signal on, and maybe one day people are there. See, most of you haven't seen the fact that people are there. You know, you've just been lucky, but on that occasion, there was a car right going for that overtake, and we definitely shouldn't have put that signal on at that time. So here's just another classic mirror problem. You'll see a car passing us, pulling back in, and they mustn't have checked their mirrors to move back out, so they're thinking, oh, I'll go for that overtake, and just see what happens. We've got a near miss here. It's not by our student, of course. So we've got a car overtake and they move out and then they have to swerve back in before the impact. So that's just another classic case of not checking middle right mirror several times before you move back out. So they'll be now having some form of crap in that driver's seat. They'll have crapped themselves because they've nearly just had a 70+ accident, and we know that'll probably kill you. So don't do that. Check mirrors at least once before you put your signal on and change lane.